Willkommen zurück zu Star Trek Resurgence mit mir, Dennis. Mein Gott, was für eine Abfolge von dramatischen Ereignissen in den letzten Folgen. Wir haben zuerst die Flucht geschafft von der Xeldi mit Diaz und den hier anderen Kollegen, mit Etzela und mit, wie heißt der, Arminta, Major Arminta von den Alydianern. Und mussten dabei leider Lieutenant Itasca zurücklassen, die übernommen war von den Turkonen. Ich habe mir jetzt im Nachgang überlegt, dass es wahrscheinlich echt eine gute Idee gewesen wäre, sie zu retten, weil vielleicht hätte das ja so eine Art Verbindung gebracht zwischen den Turkonen und uns, dass wir Gnade gezeigt haben gegenüber einem von ihnen. Das ist mir jetzt erst aufgefallen. Also vielleicht sind wir auf einem Weg hin zum totalen Scheißende, weil wir das eben nicht getan haben. Jetzt haben wir das nächste Problem. Wir haben herausgefunden, dass Millionen, vielleicht sogar Milliarden von Tektonen gespeichert waren in dieser Anlage, in der wir in der letzten Folge unterwegs waren. Und die könnten quasi als Munition dienen für die Tektonen, die jetzt versuchen, die halbe Galaxie hier zu übernehmen und zu unterjochen. Und wir haben jetzt die Wahl, sie zu zerstören. Das möchte Lieutenant Bedrosian. Und macht uns ein schlechtes Gewissen, weil sie hat ja ihre Augen wegen uns verloren. Da möchte ich mal dazu sagen, sie hat freiwillig die Aktion gemacht, bei der sie die Augen verloren hat. Ich habe nicht befohlen, sie soll das machen. Das hat sie einfach. Ich mach das, Captain! Oder Commander. Ich mach das schon. Ja. Also, sie gibt uns ein bisschen die Schuld. Das finde ich ein bisschen unfair, ehrlich gesagt. Deswegen ein bisschen schlecht gelaunt gegenüber ihr. Genau, also auf jeden Fall ist sie eh schon schlecht gelaunt und sie möchte aber, dass wir die Kristalle zerstören, weil sie Angst hat, selber verwandelt zu werden in eine Turkon und nicht möchte, weiterhin irgendwie nur Spielball ihrer Captains zu sein, die die Sicherheit der Crew hinten anstellen. Und Portal, Kollege Portal, der turkonische Guardian hier, der möchte die Leute retten da unten, die Turkonen in den Kristallen. Und deswegen sollen wir sie an Bord beamen. Und ich weiß nicht, wie ihr das seht, aber ich bin geneigt, tatsächlich ihm recht zu geben, denn ich möchte nicht in die Geschichte eingehen als der Sternenflottenkapitän, der Völkermord begangen hat. Und das, sagen wir mal, so ein bisschen auch ohne Not, weil wir können die ja auch an Bord immer noch zerstören, die Kristalle. Müssen sie ja einfach nur keine Ahnung, man kann die bestimmt irgendwie zersetzen durchs Beamen oder so, dass man dann irgendwie die einmal in den Puffer lädt, in den Transporterpuffer und dann aber da irgendwie löscht oder so. Das geht bestimmt. Also, was habt ihr entschieden? Ihr habt es mir unter die letzte Folge in die Comments geschrieben. Kann ich jetzt leider nicht sehen, weil ich direkt weiterspiele. Ja, ich habe jetzt die beiden. Ich kann ja hier nicht speichern mitten in der Aktion, deswegen spiele ich direkt weiter und werde mich jetzt für
Not science, Trekkies. They're not your enemy.
Right or wrong, history will judge you for this moment.
Ja, da hast du recht. Die Geschichte wird mich dafür verurteilen, wahrscheinlich, egal was ich tue, also...
Transport the storage crystals aboard the Resolute.
Did I hear that?
That's an order.
So, wir beamen 1 Milliarde Kristalle an Bord. Ich bin mir nicht sicher, wo die alle gelagert werden. Aber gut.
The storage crystals are on board in our cargo bay.
Ja, wir haben einen großen Lagerraum.
Thank you. I won't forget.
Wir brauchen ihn, um zu gewinnen. Wir müssen uns auf seine gute Seite stellen. Das ist einfach so.
I hope you realize what you've done. We don't need another captain who's gonna risk our lives just to feed their ego. This ship and this crew come first.
Lieutenant.
She has to hear it.
We need Portal on our side. I'm not going to jeopardize that when I don't have to.
So you jeopardize the rest of us. And to think, I used to look up to you.
Tja, hättest du dir vielleicht mal jemand anders suchen sollen, ne? Ich bin nämlich auch nur ein realer Mensch und mache auch mal Fehler.
They hit us with that bioforming ray and it's over. Maximum warp. Get us out of here.
Where, Captain?
Anywhere but here. Now!
Ja, nicht lange reden, einfach mal wegfliegen, bitte. Schnell. Wie lange die immer brauchen, um dann noch auf Warp zu gehen. Gibt's da nicht einfach einen roten Knopf, wo man draufhaut und dann wusch, weg ist man. So, Bedrosian, du hast letztes Mal gesagt, du wirst resignen. Also mach mal. Sie ist immer noch im Dienst. Was macht sie noch auf der Brücke? Sie wollte doch, wenn ich die an Bord beame, wollte sie doch ihren Rücktritt einreichen. Soll sie mal schnell machen.
There they are!
Tja, wir haben es leider nicht geschafft, die Kollegin vom Aminta hier zu retten. Der ist natürlich dementsprechend ein bisschen traurig. Und wird das vermutlich
You
uns
did
auch nochmal
what
sagen.
had to be done with the Tasker. I know you were against it before, but it was what she would have wanted. The Tasker can rest now. Even if I wavered in the moment. It wasn't a question of time.
I'm sorry you lost your friend.
In her final moments, I'm sure she counted you as a friend as well.
Zumindest macht er uns keine Vorwürfe. Weil er hat ja selber das sich gewünscht, dass
Surprise is
sie
here.
stirbt.
But your shoulders separated. If you come with me to sickbay, we can get you fixed up in no time.
Thank you. I'll find you afterwards.
You two, check in at your stations. This thing isn't over yet.
Ich dachte, wir können uns jetzt mal 10 Minuten ausruhen. Ich würde so gerne mal eine heiße Schokolade trinken, bitte. Nein, direkt weiterarbeiten. Die Sternenflotte ist da manchmal so ein bisschen hart, finde ich.
Hey, Diaz.
Yeah?
Did you see our people over there? Miranda?
Kapoor, Hauser? We saw Miranda and Kapoor, but they're bioformed. And as far as I know, there's no way to undo it.
That means they're not our friends anymore.
If they attack us,
We'll have to stop them.
Mhm.
No matter what it takes.
yeah. I guess we have to be ready for that.
Yay. Ja, also natürlich finde ich ganz cool, dass sie das nochmal einbauen, dass die Sicherheitskräfte natürlich auch schockiert sind davon, dass sie wahrscheinlich auf ihre eigenen Kollegen jetzt schießen müssen.
She was a good little escape pod. Not that I want another ride like that anytime soon.
Ja, nee, muss nicht sein, danke. So, was gibt's hier drüben?
You're really making us proud out there, Diaz. The lower decks don't get a lot of glory.
Well, I'm just getting started.
Aber ist es nicht paradox, dass die Lower Decks kein Glory bekommen, dass sie nicht oft beachtet werden und so? Weil, wenn er dann sowas sagt wie, ich werde uns stolz machen, dann heißt das ja im Normalfall, dass man befördert wird und dann kein Lower Decker mehr ist. Also, dann kriegen ja wieder die Lower Decks kein Glory.
Tell me, did any crew from the Zeldi survive?
Well, since the Lydian ships have no escape pods, I think it was just us.
I see. I thought so.
Ja, dann baut doch eure
I
Schiffe
had a
nicht so
partner
dumm.
on board. After this mission, she and I were meant to.
Ja, da konnten wir jetzt wirklich nichts machen.
Doesn't matter. All that matters now is making the Tekon pay for what they've done.
We'll stop them. I promised.
Ach Mensch, die Ärmste. Naja gut, aber da konnten wir jetzt wirklich nichts machen. Also kann ich ja nichts dafür, dass eure Schiffe ohne Fluchtkapseln gebaut sind. Was ist denn das für ein Quatsch eigentlich?
I can't believe it, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing Chova. Not that I'd expect this kind of welcome from him, but I can just imagine the look on his face.
You know what? I want to see him too. It'll be nice to get one piece of normalcy.
I'm sure we can count on him for that.
Ja, der wird. Ihr Chef wird so tun, als wäre nichts gewesen.
I can't believe it. You evaded the Tekon, ejected their warp cores, and lived to talk about it.
Mhm, echte
That
Helden.
about sums it up.
They're gonna be teaching this at the academy for years to come.
Was unterrichtet man denn da?
I mean it. Everybody's gonna learn how you pulled it off.
When they do, make sure they get my name right. D-I-A-Z. Diaz. Ed's Solar's too.
I'm sure no one will forget. I heard about Belle. Is Miranda...
As far as we know, she's still out there.
Well, I know Captain Rydek will do her best to get her back.
Hold on. Rydek? What about
Stimmt,
Captain
das wissen sie ja doch gar nicht.
He was turned into a Takan. Rydek had to take over. She's a hell of an officer. But none of us have been up against anything like this. No one has. Not in 500,000 years.
We'll just have to step up and work that much harder to help Captain Rydek.
It's gonna take all of us.
Ach, da ist er ja.
Talk to you later.
Cheffi, was hast du jetzt zu sagen? Der lächelt ja
It
fast.
is agreeable to see.
It is agreeable.
Is that so?
It was by no means a certainty that you would return to duty here.
No, it was not.
But it was my sincere hope you would.
It is agreeable to see you as well, sir.
I concur.
You should know your absences left engineering terribly short-handed. During your sojourn, this department has fallen unacceptably behind schedule. On both regular and irregular duties.
There's been a whole lot of irregularity going around.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Pardon me?
After what the Resolute's just been through, no one's really expecting all the daily logs and reports to be on time and perfect.
That is incorrect. I expect as much and will continue to hold my staff to
War ja
account.
klar.
Glad to see you haven't changed.
Ihr wart ja auch nur ein paar Stunden weg. Also, was soll er sich denn da
Normally, I would
groß
assign you
geändert
to one
haben?
of the many pressing repair tasks. But, given your experience on board the Zeldi, I have suggested you join the senior staff briefing as we determine our next course of action.
Bei den großen
You
Jungs
can
und
commence your
Mädchen mitspielen.
maintenance shift afterwards.
Ja, sie darf mal wieder an den Tropf, die gute Jara. Bisschen Doridium
I
auffüllen.
tended to an Illydian earlier. Major Sarlet Arminta.
Ah, yes. I met him at the negotiations.
I never would have imagined I'd be here, on the same ship, working together with our oppressors.
Ein gemeinsamer Feind macht
But now that
sowas.
I can imagine a future where the Hotari and Illydians are no longer enemies. I always hoped for peace, but it seems so far away. There's still a lot of bad blood.
Well, if there's any way I can help, let me know.
I'll take you up on that. It's good to have the support of a Starfleet captain, I'm sure.
Oh, it's coming along nicely. Thank you, Tylus. I'll take it from here.
Da hat sie immer ein bisschen vor sich hingewackelt gerade.
We're almost done.
I have to brief Ambassador Spock in a few minutes.
Ambassador Spock can wait. You have some fences to mend. Personally, I'm against the needless destruction of innocent life forms. So I'm glad you transported the Taconian crystals onto the ship.
Gut zu wissen.
But Lieutenant Bedrosian obviously feels otherwise.
Ja, gut, die muss ich
And
jetzt
right now,
muss das
you
halt mal
need the
runterschlucken.
support of your bridge crew. Being an effective leader requires trust. But an issue as divisive as this can create discord.
We all know I'm new to this, so it's nice to have your support.
Even when we don't agree or there's something I don't like, I'll let you know. But you'll always have my support. It's been a chaotic last few days for everyone. You need to name a new first officer in preparation for what's coming. You'll have to work to regain Lieutenant Bedrosian's trust. But if she's removed from consideration, it comes down to Westbrook or Ermot. Obviously, there are pros and cons with each, but ultimately, the decision
Warum
is yours.
sollte ich denn Bedrosian nehmen? Die ist doch auch
Commander
vom Rang
Westbrook
her
is
gar nicht
seniority
geeignet.
and was hoping to be Captain Solano's first officer. Ermot has the knowledge and experience that makes him more than qualified. You really couldn't go wrong with either of them.
At the moment, I'm leaning toward selecting Commander Westbrook as the new first officer.
That would be an excellent choice, considering your history. The crew would respect the fact you chose someone likely to challenge your opinions and present a different point of view.
Das war auch mein Gedanke, dass wir
You're as
nicht
good
immer einer Meinung waren und
Thank you, Dr.
deswegen sollte ich ihn wählen.
Always nice to
Weil er
have
ist
a
ein
captain
korrekter
for
Typ,
audience.
also.
Really shouldn't keep Ambassador Spock waiting.
Captain,
I'll meet you inside.
Was will sie denn jetzt noch? Sie hat doch klar gemacht, dass sie
I'm
nicht meiner
here
Meinung
to
ist.
officially tender my resignation from the crew of the USS Resurgence.
Okay, du kannst direkt in die
I
Luftschleuse
cannot
gehen,
in
wir
good
schmeißen dich
conscience
raus.
continue to serve aboard this ship. Not while the interests of the enemy take precedent over the safety of the crew.
Lieutenant, we both know how much we need your help and expertise for the coming conflict. I have no one to replace you.
I understand, Captain, and I apologize, but my heart is not in it any longer, and to stay would be a disservice to us both.
My door is always open if you change your mind.
I appreciate that.
Die hat ihre Entscheidung, glaube ich, getroffen. Ich glaube, da konnten wir nichts machen.
We'll have Ambassador Spock via subspace shortly.
Thank you, Mr. Armand.
I'll notify Lieutenant Bedrosian we're about to begin.
That won't be necessary.
Petty Officers Diaz and Edsalar have first-hand experience with our adversaries. I thought it advantageous for them to join this briefing. I understand this is unusual, but I trust you have no objections?
Talk about moving up in the world.
Excellent idea, Mr. Chovak. They deserve to be here.
In all seriousness, what Diaz and Edsalar accomplished aboard the Zeldi is nothing short of remarkable. They're both to be commended, not only for surviving against incredible odds, but for helping our efforts against these scions.
You know, Carter deserves most of the credit.
Sie haben aber praktisch
None
nichts
of us would
erreicht.
have made it without his help. We'd all be bioformed by this point.
Well, I could say the same thing about Edsalar here. She deserves as much of the credit as I do.
It's like a mutual admiration society.
Ambassador Spock is ready for you.
Reingeglitscht.
Captain Reindeck, your recent change in station certainly warrants mention, and I trust you to faithfully execute your expanded duties.
Ja, ich versuch's.
Right now, we must keep our attention on the clear and present danger that lies ahead, the Takan and their warship. The closest populations are the Hotari and Elydian systems, and they are likely the first targets for mass bioforming.
Das
After
macht
that
Sinn.
lies Federation space. I have advised Starfleet Command to send an impromptu battle group to intercept and assist you, but that will take time. You are our first line of defense. And with our
Sind wir das nicht
shield
immer?
algorithms compromised, we are at a great disadvantage.
I'm glad to hear the battle group is en route, Ambassador. With what we're up against, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
And you will have it. Remember, our strength is drawn from our ability to work together towards a common goal.
Das machen die Tekonen aber auch.
Have we made any
Zusammenarbeiten.
progress in finding a way to defend ourselves from the Aphelions' bioforming weapon?
Currently, our shields will not protect us, but I am compiling all of the information the away team gathered on the Zeldi and cross-referencing it against our own as well as Portal 6-3's methods.
The away team is sitting right here. They survived without getting bioformed, so we know it's possible.
Ja, aber es wurde nicht auf uns
What's the
geschossen.
secret?
Mit einer
How do we defend
Bioforming Weapon.
ourselves? Is there a weakness we can exploit? Something we can do to avoid getting bioformed?
Well, as simple as it sounds, the best thing to do is to not get caught. Whether it's one-on-one or the whole ship.
We avoided the Takan as much as we could.
But we saw the bioforming, and there's not much you can do.
I found something that might help. It's too soon to say for sure, but we've had some promising indications that Duridium can delay the bioforming process.
Cool.
Duridium?
Ich bin die Lösung.
It's not a cure. It's not going to bring anyone back we've already lost. But Duridium is a cell stabilizer, so it has the potential to slow down the onset of physical and mental changes, if not entirely prevent them. And it might be the only ship in the fleet with this much Duridium on hand. In fact, a lot of ships wouldn't have any.
You say that it slows the process, but this doesn't actually stop the Takan from taking over, does it?
Correct. I can't be 100% certain, but it appears this is only a short-term solution. Also, it requires a much larger dose to be effective. We don't have enough duridium on board to protect the whole crew. We barely have enough to protect everyone in this room.
Sounds like it won't do us much good then.
Ja, danke
The use
für
case
nichts.
I'd suggest is that it could buy a little time for an officer or a small group to complete a task or mission. But it has to be taken at the moment of exposure to the bioforming mechanism.
Prepare a delivery method for this remedy.
That raises the question. What is the mission?
Assuming the Aphelion uses shields of some kind, I don't expect it will be easy to bypass their defenses.
We may not be able to block the Aphelions' attack either. But if they do strike, we know their weapon uses transporter technology. We might be able to backtrack their signal path.
Like we did to evacuate Captain Rydek from Tau.
Exactly. We could send an away team onto the Aphelion.
So we could destroy it from the inside.
I'm not exactly sure how, but...
So it's like jujitsu. We use their attack and turn it against them.
That's the idea.
We'll keep thinking on it. I'd rather not have to take a direct hit to punch back. There might be some other way we can turn their strength into a weakness.
We'll need to prepare a boarding party, if it comes to that.
Petty Officers Edselar and Diaz have choices to lead a mission to the Aphelion.
Wir sind doch gerade
They've
entkommen.
already crippled one enemy ship. If anyone can do so again, it is them.
This isn't like the engineering mission that took you to the Zeldi. Do you really have some special insights that a tactical team wouldn't?
Doesn't the fact that we're here speak for itself?
Just surviving won't be enough this time.
We found that only a Takan can operate their technology to its fullest. So, unless we want to try to do this with one hand tied behind our backs, we're definitely going to need an assist from this portal guy.
I like that even less.
Like it or not, that's the truth.
Yes. Portal should be part of the away team. There's no question in my mind.
If this is the necessary course of action, I support it.
I will compile all the latest data on the tricorders, just in case.
In the meantime, I want you working on ways we can combat the Takan tech. Shields, weapons, anything we can use.
Yes, Captain.
Anything else, Ambassador?
I know this matter is in capable hands. Hold the line as best you can. Help is on the way.
Ja, die können dann aber auch nichts machen. Die Hilfe, die kommt. Oh Mann. Das ist echt eine schwierige Situation. Mal wieder.
I have faith in all of you to meet this moment with the urgency it requires. I expect all of us to give it everything we've got. Thank you, Petty Officers Diaz and Edselar. You're dismissed.
Der viel
While
beigetragen.
we have a quorum of senior staff, there is a procedural element we need to take
Ja,
care
wir
of.
müssen erst einen Offizier
The
wählen, das dachte ich
Resolute
mir schon.
command codes must be transferred to Captain Rydek for control of the ship.
Of course.
Computer, transfer all command codes to Captain Jaro Rydek. Voice authorization Ermot, Echo 4 Lima.
Voice authorization Duval. Beta 2 Yankee.
Voice authorization Westbrook. Alpha 7 Tango.
Awaiting your authorization, Captain.
Okay. Ich darf mir selber einen Code aussuchen. Charlie 7 finde ich gut. Charlie 7 X-Ray.
Voice authorization, Rydek. Charlie. 7. X-ray.
Captain's codes transfer. The updated command structure is incomplete. Please designate a new first officer.
Who is the new first officer?
Das wüsste ich auch gern. Wer ist es denn jetzt?
Please designate a new first officer.
Tja, ich kann entweder Westbrook nehmen oder Ermot. Hier hätte ansonsten noch Edselar, nee, nicht Edselar, das ist die andere, Bedrosian gesessen wahrscheinlich. Aber die habe ich herausgeschmissen. Ja, wir nehmen Westbrook, habe ich ja schon gesagt. Ich finde, das ist die richtige Wahl.
It is an honor and a pleasure to name Commander Westbrook as my new first officer.
Thank you, Captain. You made the right choice.
Das ist ja gemein gegenüber Irmot. Der sitzt neben dir,
It's
Alter.
long overdue.
I know we've had our differences, but I can't tell you how much I appreciate this.
Computer, Commander Westbrook is the new first officer of the USS Resolute.
Awaiting voice authorization.
Voice authorization Westbrook. Alpha 7 Tango.
Authorization is now complete.
Now, if you'll excuse me, there's work to be done.
Nicely done. I think that went well.
Das sieht Irmot anders.
Captain.
Genau.
Give me a minute.
Resigned er jetzt auch?
Look, I respect your decision, Captain. Commander Westbrook has seniority, and I can understand why you might have felt pressure to promote him. But what I can't understand is why you would choose someone so clearly unsuited for the position. It's the very reason why Captain Solano chose you over him. Because he knew Westbrook as first officer would be disastrous.
I know you're disappointed, but I trust his experience, and I need to rely on him now more than ever.
But that's just it. We can't afford to make any mistakes. And that's my concern with Commander
Ich habe
Westbrook.
keinen Grund, ihn irgendwie zu misstrauen. Das Spiel hat mir keinen Grund gegeben.
I thought we've had an excellent working relationship almost from the moment you first arrived.
Wir haben doch überhaupt nichts miteinander zu
Yes, I
tun
was
gehabt.
insulted when you didn't trust me with the information about Captain Solano being compromised, but I've always supported you, which is certainly more than you can say about Westbrook. He was always against you, especially with regard to Captain Solano.
Listen, I value your opinion more than just about anyone's. I rely on it. And if we're going to beat Galvin, I'll need your help now more than ever. So please, don't be discouraged.
I'll be fine. Just give me some time.
Na, immerhin hat er nicht auch seinen Rücktritt eingereicht. Ich finde Bild Rosian echt albern. Also, dass die ihren Rücktritt einreicht. Mitten in so einer extremen Gefahrensituation. Gut, Leute, wir machen eine Pause. Das war emotional belastend für alle Beteiligten. Vor allen Dingen für Commander Irmot und für Bild Rosian. Aber ich denke, wir haben ganz gute Chancen, das nächste Mal zu sterben. Ich weiß nämlich immer noch nicht so ganz genau, wie wir das eigentlich besiegen sollen, dieses mega Tekon-Raumschiff mit seiner Besatzung von mordlüsternen Invasoren. Wir werden es herausfinden. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.